long trek from October 1st, 1962 date, and we are hitting our big 58. I am Nwanna Victoria, lead facilitator of the Get Up Youth Movement and Amazon best-selling author of Life Scholar. Join me as we hear what the youth have got to say on our Independence Day.
My name is Momodu to be Mudia Edi Wogire.
I'm Tosin Israel Oluwafemi.
I'm Sophie Obomide.
Right here in the University of Benin, Benin City, Edo State, we will be meeting and be hearing different views and opinions from different Nigerian youth cut across the parts of this country. My name is Neke Moyo, and this is Nigeria and her children. What do youths have to say?
Nigeria, well, if you ask me, Nigeria is growing.
Okay.
Although Nigeria is 58, but I'll say that Nigeria is growing because compared to other countries, compared to the United States of America and everything, I'll say that Nigeria is growing.
Okay.
Sad anyway. I'm going to my place of work now to work because I don't see anything good about this independence. So far, nothing's working in this country. Everything's like moving backwards. So I don't really see anything special about independence. So just a normal day for me.
Emmanuel.
Nigeria, I think Nigeria is messed up in a way, based on leadership and everything.
Okay.
But I still feel we have very inspiring youth that are willing to push and all of those things. But the thing is that we are not really given the opportunity to do most of these things. But what we are actually doing here is still entrepreneurial in a way, because we are going to film house right now, so we are trying to exhibit and start taking advantage of the whole situation and everything.
Okay.
So that's just one example of how beautiful Nigerian youths are. I praise Nigerian youths really. This independence movement is all about Nigerian youths.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like they used to say, we should not badmouth our country. I don't want to, but actually in Nigeria, our government are not helping matters. But I just believe that Nigeria will be a better place someday. Well, we are still developing like they say, but I pray we'll with time develop well. Like somebody was saying, I saw something online today, and the person was saying something. The person said, what is Independence Day when we are not food independent? And looking at it, it's actually true. There's still hunger everywhere. Nigeria is messed up. This one, you hear this today, you hear that tomorrow. Our health sectors are not helping matters. Everywhere is just scattered. But well, let's just come together as one nation and let's do something.
Okay, so
normally we should know this is Buhari regime and this change of a thing, and it's not only me. I would say it have affected everybody. As a student, when you call your parents for your maybe pocket money out, they'll be like, there's no money, no employment anywhere. Currently now we're on strike. So to me, and now we are celebrating independence, I don't see any reason why we should be celebrating independence. Nigeria is 58 years old now, and the food, the scarcity of fuel and everything, no transportation, the road is bad, no lights, we can't even compare ourselves to.
everybody tends to do the whole glooming thing of Nigeria. You feel Nigerian youths are finding ways to thrive and survive?
Yeah, Nigerian youths are very creative.
Okay.
If you want to look at majority of the youths working, most of them are entrepreneurs. They didn't finish school and go and sit down idle at home and the rest. So at least they are still, I give them kudos. In short, some accolades. They deserve it.
Yeah. So do you feel that if maybe, for instance, now Buhari is behind the camera and he's listening to this interview, what is that one sector that you feel he should tilt his attention to?
He should empower our youth.
He should empower our youth.
Yes, okay. Please. He should do something for us. He should empower us. Many people have skills, but they don't have that resources to actually develop it, and it should come to our aids. At least since I've been in primary school, we've been singing "We Are the Leaders of Tomorrow." I'm not seeing anything. Please, that change you said wants to effect. It should start with the youth.
Okay.
We need it.
So you're saying would that be?
I would still say the youth, really. Exactly.
Okay.
I would say that Nigerian leaders, or all the governors of the how many states we have? 36, right?
Yes.
All the governors, they are not really imaginative. You understand? I mean, if you look at infrastructures, really, I mean, you can have a high building and a short building. A high building and a short building is not really decorative. It's not. I think people really appreciate beauty a lot, and they tend to maintain beauty when they see beauty. And that's what Nigerian youth are all about. We're all about beauty. We are very decorative people.
Nigeria as a nation might not really have much to write home about. Talking about the employment, talking about the nature of our politics, talking about our global image. We don't really have much to write home about, but I believe that it's not too late to have a change, not just amongst the leaders but also amongst the citizens. I feel that it's possible for us to have a change of heart as regards our nation, and though we've had negative things happen to us over the years, we can shrug it off our shoulders and still decide to be positive and engage ourselves into nation building.
Wow, very, very precise.
C.
It's going well.
N. No, D. E. N. C. No.
Can you spell Nigeria backwards?
AIREGIN.
You're the man. Thank you. I want you to do state and capital.
Okay. To any part I can do, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. Let's go.
State and capital. Okay. Abia, Umaya, Adamawa, Yola, Akwa Ibom, Oyo, Anambra, Oka. That's the one I can do.
What?
It's also nice.
Asaba, River State, Port Harcourt, River State, is not Port Harcourt now?
In the University of Benin City, Edo State, we're getting to hear what Nigerians have to say concerning the current state of Nigeria. You know, a lot of Nigerian youths, they are into different sectors of Nigeria, and they're finding ways to thrive and make things better for them out of the sectors. So with me, we're going to be having much more youths coming to talk about how they feel about the independence, democracy, and how Nigeria has been thus far. My name is Neki Moyo. Stay holding it right here, and we'll be right back.
Hello Nigeria, happy independence!
I believe every individual is born with some talent. I don't believe any individual came to earth just to exist. You came to live out your talent and you came out to live out your potentials. So it is your responsibility to discover that potential and live it out to the good of the nation. You get? So whatever you could do, sports, if you are an author, if you are a singer, whatever you can do to add value to this nation, it's good you discover it, you nurture it, you grow it into something big which can be able to bless not just Nigeria, not just Africa, but the world at large.
Wow. Eddie, I know that you're a student, a medical student that has traveled, outside the shores of Nigeria, and you have been in a position to stand with other youths from different countries. So I want you to explain, how you felt in that position of seeing the way other youths are, that competitive stage. I need you to explain to us.
Okay, one thing I always tell persons is the fact that as young persons, whosoever told you that you are too young to lead change is your greatest enemy. So I've had the opportunity to participate in some youth leadership programs, and I've met youths from other countries, under 20, under 25, leading change and seeing what other youths are doing. It really puts me in a state where I have to understand that I'm really not too young to lead change. Remember, sometime last year I was at New York University for the MCAA Young Leaders Access Program. So it was really nice seeing young persons, under 20, under 25, coming up with community issues, coming up with problems and projects they really want to implement in their communities. Some persons that were being disturbed by rape issues, they had to come up with a project they're going to implement in their country towards solving rape issues. Others, they were victims of violence, of sexual violence and other stuff. So I really tell young persons when I meet them is that you are not too young to lead change. We have young Nigerians leading change, and you should do it to join the crew.
Okay, students, what is that one thing that you feel that you can take up as a project right here in Nigeria, and that's going to cause change just within the locality of Benin?
Medical students, I'm my 5th year currently now, and I've always been passionate about journalism. And also I'm very passionate about emergency medicine, first aid and all that stuff. So currently what I do is that someday in the future I hope to be a journalist with CNN Africa, and to be precise. So I'm very passionate about using investigative medical journalism to cause change. And also currently I'm working on on a project that has to do with incorporating teaching persons basic first aid skills, and that's why I run a youth organization. It's called Lifesavers Initiative for First Aid Education Nigeria. Okay. So what we do is that we have a vision of creating a world where everyone has basic first aid skills. Wow. So we go into rural communities, we teach persons basic first aid skills. We teach them because someone can faint now. Just the way we're having an interview, you can faint now. You might know, I might faint now. You really might not know what to do. So we are going into communities to teach persons basic first aid skills because as a medical student, I've noticed one thing: when patients come to our emergency room, within the first 24 hours of arrival in the emergency room, they end up dying. Okay. If they had received pre-hospital care, or if they had gotten basic first aid treatment, those persons, their chance of survival had been increased. But because we don't have persons at accidents scene don't have basic first aid skills, so patients end up losing blood when they come to the emergency room. They're hypovolemic and we end up losing them. And it's really something I've been disturbed about, and it's something I'm trying to solve with my community project.
Wow, that's cool. Do you have a social media handle, or maybe something that maybe people that are watching could just follow up and they could just link up so that you could stretch out this project into their schools?
Oh, okay. Yes, for the project I'm working on, our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter handle is Lifesavers NG.
All right.
Lifesavers NG. Okay. So if you go on those pages, you're going to see the past work we've done, and our work has gotten recognition. And some months ago, precisely June ending, we were recognized by MCW, and we had an interview on the work we do in Nigeria towards encouraging persons of basic first aid skills. And by God's grace, by October 3rd week to be precise, I was selected to represent Nigeria at the Clinton's Global Leadership Program based on this project. So it's really something. People can connect with us on Lifesavers NG on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, and you see what we are doing.
It was so nice talking with you, Eddie. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. The pleasure is mine.
And what have you been able to impact, within your sphere of influence? What have you been able to do?
Okay, personally, I run a non-governmental organization, and it's Log Foundation. Basically, what we do is that we reach out to youth, breaking free from negative addiction and getting addicted to their purpose. Addiction in itself is not a wrong word, but the question is, what are you addicted to? So raising purposeful youth that are addicted to their purpose, youth that know what they want out of life and they are ready to dare to achieve it, youth that don't just want to exist but they want to live. Thank you.
What do you feel that girls can start doing that will improve the Nigerian economy?
Okay, so personally, technology resonates around me because I am a developer, so I would prefer to talk from that aspect. So we have females who write code, who program, who are graphic designers, but are still not world class. And I would say the reason is because they feel they don't need to put in much effort. I mean, there are not so many, so why do I need to put in effort? So I think females, especially in the tech space, need to understand that technology is not about your gender. It's just about the work you can do. So this year, I mean, as we celebrate independence, put it as a reminder to yourself that no matter my gender, I will just keep on working hard. If you're as a tech person or as a whatever job you do, but forget about your gender for some time. Put a blind eye to it and put in enough effort.
Celebrating independence, and I know you're a media publicist, so I want to know, how has media helped improve Nigeria?
Okay, like they say, like the white people tell us, we are still developing. And social media as well has really helped Nigerians. The number one of the problems in Nigeria is unemployment, and social media has really helped in creating job opportunities, especially for the younger generation. You now see in the entertainment industry, we now have people that we can call social media influencers, like I am, bloggers and digital marketers. That's a new niche on its own. They were not existing as at 5 years ago. You get like way back. You get in the medical sector also, social media has helped. You can now see websites that help people. Instead of you going to like a counter meeting quacks, you see websites that you can just get information from. We see apps like Omomi app that talks about chat a doctor for mothers. You see My Paddy app also. That's for the medical sector. For every other sector, education also. It has really helped before, because now you can go online. You don't have to be in school to study anymore. You can go online and you just see courses like Coursera.com, EDX. You get all these platforms. They're on the internet and they are really helped. They are shaping Nigeria. And we are still improving. I know Nigerians, we take time to adapt to something, but we are still learning. But for the job opportunities, it has really helped. Like social media is what has helped me pay my school fees twice. Imagine, so it's something that has really helped Nigeria. I know it has its own adverse effect, but I would give it like 9 over 10.
God of creation, direct our noble past.
Jesus is Lord.
Guide our
Father's land with love and strength and faith. One night.
Why?
I'm done.
Our noble cause, guide right, our leaders right.
Hey, respect yourself.
Help.
How many horses are on the Nigerian coat of arms?
There are 2 horses.
And what are the color?
Black.
Hey! I hear me to me, but me.
It was on my study.
Nigeria is good, but the government are not doing Nigeria well.
Okay.
We want you people, government of Edo State, you should bring the light, you should give us light, because light is very compulsory in this Nigeria. If there is no light, people will not be able to do their work.
Nigeria is 58. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I feel it's very nice. It feels good as a Nigerian to celebrate our independence, but I believe we have a new Nigeria. So many times, so many persons are discouraged. They're like, what's the essence of celebrating independence? Nigeria is not progressing. But I believe there is hope for Nigeria, and we are the future of Nigeria, we the youth. So we have to get up according to this platform, Get Up Youth. We have to get up with the youth and stand our ground and make a difference. So I'm calling out to all Nigerians that we're celebrating 58 and we have to stand out and be the difference. Thank you.
Nigeria at 58, I want to say God bless Nigeria. We look forward to a Nigeria that we all will be proud of, and we are trusting that via Nigeria at 58 that God will use our leaders that will be voting in. So please come out and vote. Vote for the ones that you know and that you are convinced about. Don't vote because you will get some stipends or whatever you call it from people and they want to use you to continue their evil agenda. But vote because you are convinced about Nigeria becoming a better place. So Nigeria at 58, God bless Nigeria, happy independence.
Now more than ever is not the time to point fingers or cast blames. Nigeria is 58 and a lot has been said and still will be said about our dear country. Despite it all, there's a lot to be grateful for. As much as I would like to give statistics on the state of the country and the level of failure, I am convinced more than ever before that there is hope for our dear country. But the government of this nation rests on our shoulders. Enough of mere talks, debates, arguments, insults, hate speeches and everything that do not contribute to the progress of Nigeria. The champion do not stand outside the ring, jeering or cheering, but a champion is one who steps into the ring and fights real hard to win. Can we push again? Are we ready to become the most chanted change we so shout about? Can we remember that you are the Nigeria, I am the Nigeria, we are the Nigeria we so much talk about? Are we going to prevent our minds from being chronically infested with low morality and loss of value? Shall we continue to internalize the wrong example of corrupt leader? Or shall we continue to become mentally bankrupt? Do we choose the brief pleasure of the moment than the self-sacrifice that guarantees the freedom and true independence of this dear country? Do we choose highway robbery than the noble profession? Do we avail ourselves of all kinds of dirty jobs during election instead of holding the fort? Oh youths, we are the spring of life. At the age of discovery and dreams, we are the leaders of today, the architect of our tomorrow, designer of our future. We are the today's hero, the potential energy, the powerhouse, the pride of the nation. Oh, let's shine our individual lights together, and together we will make a Bob house. I am Nwanna Victoria, lead facilitator of the Get Up Youth Movement, and I am Nigeria's first agent. You are Nigeria's first change agent. I stand for a great Nigeria. We have never lost our hope and we will keep pushing. Good people, great nation.